This looks like a job for humongous soul.
Hello there, and today this is a review. This is a review for the season 3 of Squid Game. So, hold on, can I just there? Um, I just watched and finally finished season 3 of Squid Game. I don't know if they're gonna. I don't know what's gonna come next to the franchise, but I have a lot to say for it at the end if this is where they're heading. So yeah, I know about what they're doing with it now. So, but let me get put that in the end so I can give my thoughts and takes on how I feel about the third season. So the third season came out at June, July, whatever. It's somewhere between like the summer. I think it was in July. Um, yeah. So July 2025 of the third season coming out, and so we get like the new 6 episodes. Yeah, 6 episodes. Episodes. Um, and how do I feel about it in all? I think I think it's way more like fully fleshed out just for season one. Season one, because season one has a way better fleshed out story, and also how it ties in everything is way more solid. Even though I was a big fan with the whole old man being like the CEO behind all this, that I didn't like that, and it was and also that comes back to season three where this has like statue of the old guy. It was just kind of weird, but anyway, yeah, how they ended from season two to now, it's still very like ups and it's not as not as like great as first season if I had to be honest, because how it continues off, it's like it continues of like the characters like playing the game again, uh Jihan coming back alive to continue with the game, and now he hates the one guy who fakes being a soldier, um after says he is a soldier and military and all that, and it was all just for just to be cool. I think I think I would prefer a better reasoning than wanting to be cool. Because if I'll be honest, I I thought it was like, I don't know, he faked it because he's trying to impress his parents or PTSD. But him trying to be cool just kind of ruins the whole like, I don't know, depth to his character. It just made him look more of a wuss than anything else, and not very a strong character just from him saying that. I don't know. It just didn't feel. It just makes him feel more flat, to be honest, when he comes out and dies. And Jihan like realized that he, after killing him, that he gone back to, I don't know, his old ways. I don't know how you describe it, but him being like a killer or like very violent after what he promised to not do, especially for the girl that got stabbed by the guy that he killed in the first season, right? And like the end of the season. So, and then it also comes back to like him can't slitting people's throats in bed because not just it be unhuman, but also it would break promise to the girl that also got slit in her throat in her sleep. So, and he was like very like traumatized by that. So I guess so that part would make sense of why I didn't mind that, especially to protect the baby. But which I'm skipping ahead. I'm sorry, but like the whole game of like the hide and seek was actually good. I liked hide and seek where like the characters we know and love, trying to survive, and a lot of them, most of them died in that one game. Everything else, and if I'll be honest, right, that whole hide and seek is like the best game for this season because the other two were just like not as strong because the characters we love and known and love are just not there. But also, it's just like I don't know, the whole game mode isn't that interesting. Like besides the hide and seek one was like the most interesting one of this whole season. Uh, yeah, because the other two is like one is like pushing to death, and the other is just like jumping, or you die. So, uh, yeah. So I definitely would say like the hide and seek was the best and most captivating of the whole season of the yeah, I'll say the whole season. It was very like the best for what we got for season 3. um I don't know if I should bring the mic closer, but I'm pretty sure you can hear me just fine. So yeah, the whole thing with the guy, the detect the detective, goddamn. Sorry about that. Bro, I can't. Bro. The detective. The detective. There we go. My gosh. The detective, like, whole story of him was like, I don't know. It just felt very, like. Yeah, like I said, it was interesting in the first season, and the third one, it's comes back to telling you that I told you so. Like I told you so, that I think is the worst story to follow, even though it was a little interesting, but like I don't think it should be followed through like the whole season just to know where he is at or whatnot. I don't think that was that necessary. The whole thing with the North Korean girl subplot was, I think that was the best part of the whole season, season 2 and 3, because it actually starts and finishes off very like decently how it should have ended for her story. And it also explains that it makes sense from like her background and whatnot, and see how it went and ended. I think is perfect for how it is and how it was sent off to her. So I have no complaints on that. But mostly I complain. What I mostly dislike about the season, I'll say, is the is how the executed the ending of. Let's see, literally at the ending, how they execute it is where I have my biggest downs, especially like the whole thing that we want to see Jihan and like the guy with the black mask supposed to have this like conversation of how they are similar for because there's something about them that the black mask guy is gonna reveal that like to tell him like why they're so he thinks he's so similar to Jihan. That's why he takes an interest in him more than anyone else in the games. But it wasn't. But it was we didn't get that. That's the thing, that he only gives like couple sentences, 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 citizens, sentences. There we go. Um, I'm not gonna cut it. I'm really just I give up on that. I'm just showing my true colors on this because I fucking hate my voice. It's pissing me off. uh, but whatever. But yeah, as I was saying, he only gives like a couple things of like, what he said. He reveals, to Jihan that if he kills him, the game doesn't stop. So he has to do this. So if he wants to keep living, he gives him a knife, and then he told a little bit of his backstory of like him wanting to give kidneys because he didn't have money or kidneys for his family or whatever for his wife. Is it? Yeah, it's like his first wife. So, but we already know that. So I don't know. I feel like they could have put more in depth in care into giving more detail into why like these two are similar, or this moment should feel more important to the story than like a simple like I need to help you because I like you type of shit. Like I don't know. I don't know. It's just like it doesn't feel very strong when he revealed his identity to him. But it is what it is. There's other stuff as well. Yeah. Bunch of the characters in the hide and seek died. The mom, no, the son died. The kooky like religious lady died. Um, who else died? Oh yeah, the trans soldier died. And then later on, the mother died by hanging herself. Oh, hanging herself on like the bed. Because what was it? Oh, because two things. Because she lost her son, and also she doesn't believe that she can go on and continue like this, and so she knows what state she's in, and I don't think she can handle it. And it's why she killed herself. So it's mostly for family, and she just knows she wouldn't last long, so she just did it to. She ended up killing herself. So it makes sense why, and I'm not too mad about that because I was actually like surprised she did it. But the more I think about it, it's like I'm not. I don't blame her. I really don't blame her too much. I don't blame her at all for what she has done or why she did that. Because how could she? I do not blame her at all. So yeah. Um, and also she's old, so yeah. But it also sucks to that because the woman pregnant is like all alone, but Jihan like in the back has to look after her, which the mom got sent snack. He fuck. She said enough words to convince him to help the pregnant lady out at the end, which mostly helping with the baby than anything else because her ex boyfriend. Something odd about the ex boyfriend is that like he was actually just like a guy who's like morally insane or inconsistent. Like his morals is just very conflicted, right? And there's times that he's very like what's the word? I guess he like in some parts like he is like a bit like he goes in not insane but like does sketchy shit. That's definitely for sure. He did do some like sketchy shit that makes him not like a good person to trust, which she is right on it. But at the same time, it's like at the very end where where we get to like the very last game, he's gone like insane. It's like I don't know. It doesn't feel like I don't know. It didn't feel well built up for it. It's what I would just what that's all I want to say for that. It's all I want to say is that it didn't feel built up properly for him to lose that much of his insanity for wanting to kill his baby at the end. But anyway, yeah, no, I started going back and forth with it, but like that's all. I just wanted to give you what I think about everything about the season three that I want to give is I want to say it right here, right now, so I don't forget it at the end. But pretty much it's like yeah, in like the jumper roping game, people are pushing off. Jihan's like, no, don't do this, stop. And yeah, and he got some people over, but at the end it doesn't really matter because the people that he saved is gonna die anyway. So it's like I thought there'd be some people gonna live besides Jihan, but I was wrong, mega wrong on that actually. But I don't know. So it really wasn't like it wasn't really worth it at the end. So it was like whatever. Yeah, and then we get to the point where it's like we don't have much characters to cheer on besides Jihan and the baby. Oh, by the way, and the baby is like has like counts as like a contender or a participator because the baby is alive in the game, so she was giving birth to live. So yes, she counts as the a resurrection of the mother in a way. So I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I don't know. What else I want to say? The guy who's like very like schizo has moments of him like having like some like drug problems or like some like hallucinations and drug addiction to pass through like certain games because he doesn't have the balls to do it himself, which was interesting. But at the end, I don't know. I feel like the end for him was satisfying enough for me because it's like like till we get to like the final game where like they all had joined go on to like the three pillars and he was like because everyone knows that he's gonna die, so to how they handle it was like him seeing like dealing with his like mental like issues of like fighting off Thanos and the other guy fighting him for not being there for him, and then the girl that he had a crush on is like, it's okay, join me, and then symbolically he takes her hand to accept death as he falls to his death and dies. So I don't mind that death too much because what else would he go if not that? So I'll take that as what it is because I like even though he's not like the best or people's favorite characters, I 100% know that like he's not on people's radars whenever they watch season 3 again, right? Like he isn't that special of the character for this for 2 and 3 seasons. So I'm not denying that, but I would definitely say that how his character went off was just okay enough that it's like passable, just passable, but a bit yeah, nothing that impactful. Um, for the audience to see. But yeah, it's fine. But what I want to bring up before, real quick, before I continue on, the CEOs and the baby. The baby, first of all, a bit of a cop out. I don't know. I really don't know how I feel about the baby, honestly, especially how they handle it at the end. But I'll get to it in a sec. And the CEOs. I want to say one thing that when season 1 came out, I was with everyone that the CEO was like the worst part uh, of the Squid Game season series franchise, whatever the series, right? Of the whole series, the CEOs are just in the back, just talking like the most like typical like rich person talk and watching like the things go down, and they're just like giving their like comment, is it yeah commentary and like watching from the back, and it's just like very like obviously evil and whatnot. Which I would definitely again I agree. I agree that it's like very like ham bro ham fisted as shit, right? I can totally agree on that. Um, but what I realized that like especially watching some like documentary of like documentary documentary of like some like cults and like under like the entertainment industry and stuff like that, and like certain people here and there. So and knowing like, what people do in like parties and stuff like that. I don't know. There's some like that like sketchy like rich people that do like stuff like this, and it's like very and I don't know they talk like this specifically. Of course, like it's not gonna be like this, but they do have like some like vendetta and ego and like had that type of like mindset of like, yeah, I'm untouchable, I'm uncontrollable, I like the fun. If you ruin my fun, I will destroy you and do whatever I can to not get in trouble, that type of shit. So there's definitely those type of people out there that I definitely like despise. I don't know, like it's just after seeing that and to watch it again in this time in season 3, it's like I'm not too. I don't think I'm that mad at seeing them do this in the. I like I understand the point of like why they put that in the show. That I'm not too mad of look that watching, even though I'm not getting jack shit out of it because they're mostly gonna talk the same shit anyway with CEOs, new CEOs of like um yeah just talking their shit and just enjoy the fun of the game. So yeah, I don't know. It's whatever. Yeah. Yeah. The whole detective story is, like they found out that he works for the game, and it's too late, so the whole thing doesn't matter. Um. Yeah. So the end of the show ended with or the end of the episode ended with like Jihan finds ways to luckily survives through like the three pillars while getting killed, and it comes back to like the ex boyfriend um trying to kill him to I don't know like I don't like his whole like reasoning is just like I think he just went insane because he needed money to pay for his debts, right? And then it just got crazy, and he would have killed the baby to survive and to win the game. It's like, well, isn't that not just it isn't interesting, but it's like I don't know, it's kind of like left out of nowhere. It's going to that, insane to just kill the baby off for his own like ex girlfriend that he's willing to like care and protect until like I don't know that he snapped. It's like I'm willing to kill the baby. It's like kind of random. I don't know. I just don't know how I feel about that. But yeah, he dies. And the whole thing, my big complaint of like that whole scene is like no one like give a second to like press the button before anyone falls and dies, or even just like hurry up and go to it before like it's a mistake. But like I don't know, the whole thing, like shenanigans, like they could have just done it earlier so that it didn't. All the people died didn't feel wasted. Especially like the point where like the guy that we know of the whole season 2 and 3 that like he was just like a jackass, and the old like jackass guy who wants to like to win all his time, right? And his death is just so it's just dies just suddenly without any like he just dies like before the timer went out, and his death doesn't feel like worthy or satisfying for like anything because he just dies. It didn't feel that like nothing happens for 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 the story to continue because people already died. They already got the point, but like they had to kill more people just because he's like a problem. But even though he is a problem, why would you waste like more people to the final pillar where like you can easily kill him off and you guys can just go off scot free? But no, they had to make it more complicated and 1v1 and like the whole theme and whatnot. So whatever. Yeah, the whole the triangle pillar thing was just annoying, and then we get to like the circle. Yeah, the X dies while pressing the button, and now, because I was literally like, in that situation, I would have just like waited off. Is like, yeah, it's over. I win. Like, why do I need to fight against the baby? Like, I don't know. The whole thing is it's just needlessly cruel. It's like needlessly cruel and just stupid for no reason. Like I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. It's just like it's I don't know. It's just like what the hell. This was pointless. Like I don't know. I just didn't like I get it. Don't get me wrong, but the whole execution of it was just like it feels very like annoying to me. and especially how Jihan dies, and it's like he just commits suicide just to let the baby win. It's like, oh gosh. Which at least it wasn't too obvious. But sometimes a good story it's fun to be a little obvious of who's gonna win or who's not. But this type of situation, I don't know. Like I wasn't upset. Like literally, my whole emotion when the game was done, I just feel like nothing because like all the characters that we love and care for just dies, which Squid Game standards makes sense. But also Jihan just dies and let the baby win. It's like and like for the to circle around the North Korean girl about to kill herself, and then she sees the baby as hope that gets to live, and let the guys, especially Jihan, lets himself to die just to let the baby win. Is like shows like there's some hope in humanity, gets her to like stop killing herself and just I don't know, just go home and relive her life, could just continue her life and just I don't know, just be normal, I guess, and just look after like the kid one more time, or just see him, the father and the kid one last time before she leaves, and then she gets a call up from China or like from the guys that like, oh, I there's some like evidence that your daughter's in China, and she's like, bet, and then she just and it literally her ending of her story just goes to China, and that's it. Which at least there's a one satisfying ending to the story. There's that of at least that like this girl gets to live and goes to find her daughter. And it's not necessary to just show it. I think it's fine just to end it off, just say like I don't know, she did find her daughter and reconnected, and she becomes a mother again, that type of shit. So or stepmother, I don't know, something like that. Like what if it's good enough for me to just be satisfied any way I can, any way I can from this game. So I'm fine with how that story went off for what it was. Um, yeah, and then the CEOs just like watched Jihan dies and they didn't say anything, and it just tells you about humanity and whatnot. So, and then like the detective sees brother is like, why, and then he didn't say anything back, which is also another unsatisfying thing to see. That there's no like some type of conclusion of like why he spared his brother and why he cares so much to not kill him, and he just says nothing. Which it would have helped if he said like one thing to him, so we get something than just nothing. But whatever. Yeah. And then we just ended with like yeah, Jihan wins, metaphorically or just thematically, because because that's what he wanted to win the game is hope, and it shows like the fire in his eyes when the place is falling apart because the border control or patrol, yeah, border patrol just found the island and it blew up and it doesn't matter, like trying to show like Jihan won, but really like no one really win, and even like the detective and the friend say like cheering on and say they win, but it's like they didn't win shit. Like no one was rescued, no one was saved, no one did shit. Like everyone just died. Still, everyone didn't get to what they want to be. The money's still sent to the people that got from their winners and side, and that's it. Like no one literally, like nothing good happened. It literally just everyone just died. Like last season, last first season, just yeah, people just died and everyone just went back to normal. Like they just gotta find a new bunker and people still continue Squid Games. The Squid Games will still return. So I don't know why they say like they win. They didn't win shit. Literally, the Squid Games still the Squid Games still continue. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah. And how I feel about Jihan dying, I feel like again, I think I'll be way more satisfied if they just ended in season one, him going to his daughter and just rekindled, reconnect with his daughter and with his wife, being better, and with money and whatnot. Because at least there's like some purpose that of like refilling his dead mom. Well, literally, his mom died, and so it's a way for him to like to understand that family is important. So him just going back to his family in the U.S. and just be with his family is way with money too. It would be more like it just says more than just him coming back and didn't literally did what he promised and dies anyway, just to save a random baby's just to save a random baby. The random baby just gets to live, which again, baby humanity hope. I get it, but I don't know. Uh, I just didn't feel satisfied him just dead. Of let some psychopath just like ruin that for him, and it's just some like bunch of like random like just bad guys just like just ruin that victory for him, and it's like I don't know. Uh, that's why I'm just like season three was that strong is because of the finale of like how Jihan died, how the brothers didn't like say or have a moment of a talk of like why they that he spared his brother or whatnot. The talks of like the black mask guy and Jihan was in there. Um, and now and also the other two things I gotta bring up. One, oh yeah, the detective is gonna I don't know become the father takes care of the baby now of of the of the girl's daughter. So I don't know what that will go. I'm pretty sure it doesn't go anywhere, but hey, at least he gets like proper child funding, child care from from literally being born lucky, I guess, to just got herself some like victory money and now she's gonna be like have like funding for education and food and her support and whatnot. So at least that baby's gotta live happily with the detective. Sorry about that. So at least there's that, which is like okay. And any other money of what Jihan has goes to. Oh, and I thought they literally took the money from Jihan and give it to like the baby. I would have been so upset if that's what happened. But no, they give the other half of the money goes to what Jihan had goes to the daughter with the credit card. So from the brother from the Black Mask. So guy. So I don't know. It's some type of way of like appreciating for what he has shown him. I guess some form of respect. So he's willing to just give like his daughter they haven't seen in like a long time. So just to like conclude or like leave like a I don't know a goodbye like I don't know goodbye gift because what literally what he gave her like is like a merch and a free like credit card money, and that's it. Like I don't know, but at the same time, at least like she gets some sort of like closure. That's the word. She gets some type of like closure with her dad. It was like having the number he had for Squid Games, and also like the money he earned and win that all the money he always like wasted on for like betting and all that gambling is all coming back, and now she has the money all that savings that he was planning to go to meet her is all in her hands instead. So now she has all his money that he, I guess, paid for and like reconcile his mistakes in a way, and also his like iconic jacket. So first is so she can remember him by I guess for like comfort and whatnot. So yeah, I was gonna say there's that, but at the same time, like you remember, like She even said like to the guy, I don't give a fuck about my dad. He's gone. He's not important to me anymore. Goodbye. You remember she said that before he gives her the gift? Like, that's why I'm like, she doesn't give a shit about her dad. Like, even because she takes it because it's like a gift, and also he died. She knows that she died. She knows that he told her that she died. Fuck. He told her that he died. There we go. Holy shit. And so, and of course, she's gonna take it and just to see his like lucky, famous, iconic jacket and his money and for it and whatnot. So that she's gonna go on and spend on education or sex or I don't know what she's gonna do with it. Honestly, it's up. It's whatever she wants is on her because that's like in USD. That's like I don't know thousands or maybe $1 million at best. So she got like decent amount of money. So I don't know what she want to do with that money, but it's up into interpretation. So I guess that's whatever. Um, yeah. So that ending was like okay, and then there's one. Of course, they leave one little thing before they ended the end the series season, whatever you want to call it. Before they ended, they show like the American woman like playing that stupid like game with like some like fat some fatso some like redneck fatty over here in like the street corner, random street corner like and then like some alleyway. They're just playing like that stupid like flipping the paper square thing, and she slaps the shit out of him. He's like, "Fuck, holy shit, man, my chin." And she looks at him like professionally, like smiling creepily. She professionally smiles creepily at the guy, and he closes his window, and she continues to play the game with the stranger who's fat as shit. Some redneck gang motorcyclist, I don't know. And that's it. That's how it ends, and I'm just unsatisfied. And that's just how it ends. Yeah, like it just I don't know. Uh, this whole season is just unsatisfying. Like it just isn't. It wasn't as strong. I get like I said, like the first season with 9 episodes of like if they only changed like the grandpa or the old guy, like the I keep calling grandpa. I'm sorry, the old guy who the CEO behind all things, the host or whatever you call him, right? If they change that, if they don't show like him talking to Jihan about him backing up the game, and he's just like like a really good old man, and he just dies, and Jihan just like hold his like dead mother, and then he goes to the U.S. and see his daughter again. I think there would have been a way better and to me a satisfying ending of whole Squid Game than continue it to season 3 where we get like half baked, half like okay conclusions, and that's it. It was just like whatever. For what it was, like the best part was definitely like like I said, the hide and seek parts and like the North Korean girl gets to find her daughter in China. So that's like the best part of the whole season 3. But yeah, other than that, it's just like whatever. Eh, it was fine. And then one more thing, the whole spin-off what they do with like the American version of Squid Game. I don't know if I want to watch that. I don't know if I'll be excited or ready for it because I know it's gonna be a thing. So, and also that brings up to like questioning, like that brings up something. Wouldn't that just shows that like the whole world is like Squid Game in a way? Like, is every country have their own Squid Game? Like Nigeria has like freaking like has a I don't know. Literally, if Nigeria, Poland, Sweden, they're all just gonna play like the stupid like flipping the bird, the square paper thing, and get slapped, and like the alleyways. Like, what is that? Really, what's gonna happen? Or is it like a Russian just Squid Game, or it's like a Ukraine Squid Game? Um, and there's like a Palestine Squid Game. Like, how does the fuck is this gonna work out? Who's funding these games? Because it makes this from South Korea because there was actually a true story behind the whole Squid Game thing being real of like a dark story behind it, which is actually a real thing. Which I'll be honest, I didn't see it, I didn't read into it, but I know there was a thing that is that it's like similar to the show Squid Game. So that's all I know. That it was a thing in real life, but it wasn't like this. So of course, but but for what it was, for that type of context, it makes more sense of why South Korea has Squid Game like this, and it's like for a show like this, it makes for what it is, for what it is like, what the show's about, and history and all that makes so much sense until they brought the U.S. version of Squid Game, and then it's like, well, now it's not realistic, and now I just made it for merchandise and product and whatnot. Than actually leaving a message, which again brings back to season one. Why I think season one would have been stronger if they fix up some stuff and leave it off as that, than just continue on and then we get this bullshit where freaking now, especially we got Mr. Beast Squid Game from YouTube, and then there's one in like Amazon Prime, and now we have one that's like in Netflix, I'm pretty sure, and now they're making another American one. Is like, bro, this shit is so stupid, bro. Why this doesn't need to be this complicated, bro? It does. It really doesn't need to be this complicated. Other than just like, yeah, it's Squid Game is a South Korea. I'm about to say North, a South Korean game to test the unlucky participants who are struggling with money to kill people to win the game to go home, getting all the money they want, and that's it. That's literally like the whole point and deal of Squid Game, and now it's like international. Like I don't know how to fuck this. Especially like the CEOs are English speakers, English speakers, English speakers. Which also like that was weird at first, right? But you can just laugh it off as like like Americans love anything, right? The rich CEOs just watch anything, right? So it wouldn't be that too like that alone would have been that weird until you show more, especially like the new CEOs that you brought in season three, the new new CEOs. I can't speak. Oh, fuck, whatever. Bloody hell! Fuck's sake. Um, like there's like this Chinese CEO that she knows like a little bit of Mandarin, and then but she speaks full English the whole time. So I don't know what was that all about. So either she's Chinese or she's just like English but have a little bit of Chinese, or she's no Chinese. I don't know. Fuck, I don't know. That was just random. Freaking Chinese Squid Game. Wow, what a shock! What a shocker. But I'm just worried that like they're just gonna do the stupid like literal international Squid Game. Like there's a Chinese one. There's gonna be like a Nigerian one, like I said. Bomboclat. What is this? That is. This is not right. Stop it. Don't be an idiot. Don't be a fucking man. Or like a fucking British version. You dirty dog, you. Don't be a dirty skunk, yeah? Don't be a bloody skunker and just go kick a fucking nut in the balls, yeah? Go lick a vagina. Go eat shit. You did this to yourself, mates. You dirty dog, you. What a fuck. I don't know where I'm going with this. Anyway, I think that's all I wanted to say. I think Squid Game Season 3 was just a big disappointment. Season 2 is stronger. Yeah, like, it's way more stronger than the third season. Um, yeah, literally, the ranking is just to be a 1, 2, 3 because literally, like, the best one season 1, season 2 was just literally fun, decent, and season 3 just disappointment. It's literally nothing else I wanted to say, but other than like, yeah, season 3 is just fine, but and there's a reason why it's fine because no one's talking about it on like no TikTok, YouTube. Everyone's not talking about it, but you hear a lot of people talking about season 1 and especially season 2, but no one's talking about season 3. And I think there's a really good reason why no one's talking about season 3. No one is talking about season 3. No one's talking about season 3. No one's talking about season 3. No one is talking about season 3. No one is talking about season 3. There we go. Um, I'm gonna have a freaking mental crisis whenever I keep talking like this. Oh my gosh. What else I want to say? There's anything else I want to say before I end it? Uh yeah. All I know is people just say it's depressing, which nothing new. I just find it annoying, but it's fine as it is for what it was. Would have been better, but it is what it is. Whatever. So yeah, okay. That's all I wanted to say. So yeah, enjoy your day.